Hello and welcome to Nerdarchy. For nerds, by nerds, I'm Nerdist Dave, joined by my favorite co-conspirator in subclass scheming,
Nerdarchy Ted. Greetings, adventurers, character builders, and lovers of spooky subclasses.
Tonight we're cracking open the crypt that is the horror subclasses Unearthed Arcana. Wizards of the Coast has reanimated and revised 6 fan-favorite dark-themed subclasses from Bard to Warlock, and we're here to dissect them, compare them, and maybe scream a little about power balance.
Whether you're looking to terrify your table, min-max your shadow sorcerer, or just want to hear us geek out about spooky builds, you're in the right place.
So settle in, light a candle, and let's get unsettling with horror subclasses from Unearthed Arcana 2025. We've got the Warlock. We've got Warlock Undead Patron.
Defy death for profane power. You've made a pact with a creature that defies the cycle of life and death. A powerful lich, vampire, or other entity of having once been mortal themselves, these ancient patrons know firsthand the paths of ambition and the routes past the doors of death. They eagerly share this profane knowledge along with other secrets with those who work their will among the living.
Has the Undead Warlock been reprinted several times?
I believe so.
I feel like this is an upgrade from the upgrade, because I think, I don't know where it appeared originally, but then it appeared in Van Richten's, and it got slightly better, and now we got it here again. Again, want to see the design notes, just go over to D&D Beyond, check out the PDF. It's free. Level 3, Form of Dread. As a bonus action, transform into an avatar of your patrons. Dreadful power, gaining the benefits below for 1 minute until you have incapacitated condition or you end the form. No action required. You can transform a number of times equal to your charisma modifier, minimum of once. Gain all expended uses when you finish a long rest. Facsimile of life. You gain temporary hit points to a die 10 plus your warlock level. Frightful avatar. You have immunity to the frightened condition. Additionally, once per turn, you hit a creature with an attack roll, you can force it to make a wisdom saving throw against your save DC. On a fail save, the target has the frightened condition until the end of your next turn.
We got horror subclasses, so it's not a big surprise that some of them are going to cause the frightened condition here and there. So all in all, kind of fun.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense for what it is.
They're also going to get undead spells. Same format as always. 3rd level, blindness, deafness, false life, phantasmal force, ray of sickness. 5th level, speak with dead, vampiric touch. 7th level, death ward, phantasmal killer. 9th, anti-life shell, and cloud kill.
Yeah, so there's some nice spells. I mean, unfortunately, you're a warlock and you don't have that many spell slots. But when you do cast those spells, they get maxed out.
They're automatically prepared. It just gives you more choices.
Yeah, after you cast Hex and you have that other spell slot, you can choose one of these or something you've prepared.
Hey, by the time you get to cloud kill, you probably have at least 3.
True. Level 6, Grave Touch. Your patron's powers have a profound effect on your body and magic, granting you the following benefits: arcane necrosis. Whenever you cast a spell or hit a creature with an attack roll and deal necrotic damage, the damage dealt ignores resistance to necrotic damage. Additionally, once per turn, you can cast a spell that deals damage while using your Form of Dread. You can change that spell's damage type to necrotic. So if you want to cast that fireball of necrotic damage, you can. Necroballs for everyone. Undead Endurance. You don't gain exhaustion levels from dehydration, malnutrition, or suffocation. In addition, you don't need to sleep, and magic can't put you to sleep.
Not bad.
Definitely going to be decent. Another way to get to your coffee lock, perhaps.
Yep. Level 10, Necrotic Husk. Your connection to undeath now saturates your body. You gain the following benefits: necrotic resistance. You have resistance to necrotic damage. While using your Form of Dread, you have immunity to necrotic damage. Unholy resuscitation. If you drop to 0 hit points and don't die outright, you can cause your body to erupt with deathly energy. Each creature of your choice in a 30-foot emanation originating from you makes a con save against your spell save DC, taking necrotic damage equal to 2 die 10 plus your warlock level. On a failure or half as much on a success, your hit points then change to 10 times your charisma modifier, minimum of 10, and you gain 1 level of exhaustion. Once you use this benefit, you can't use it again until you finish a short or long rest.
Why the exhaustion?
Because you can't get it elsewhere.
I guess that just seems kind of weird and petty to me.
I agree.
For what the ability is, they're like, yeah, but we're going to make you rest even though you don't sleep. Take that, Undead Warlock Patron. Level 14, Superior Dread. Your Form of Dread improves, granting you the following benefits while you're using it. Flight. You have a fly speed equal to your speed and can hover. Profane casting. Whenever you cast a warlock spell from the Conjuration or Necromancy School, you can cast it without any verbal, somatic, or material components, except material components that are consumed by the spell or have a cost specified in the spell. Vitality Siphon. Once per turn, when you deal necrotic damage to a creature, you regain hit points equal to your charisma modifier, minimum of 1. So you're going to get some healing from round to round. You can fly, and no verbal or somatic or material components when you cast Conjuration and Necromancy. You just think those spells.
Yep, you just quiver your brain a little bit, and they just happen.
Funny thing, like thematically, it's kind of cool, but mechanically, it doesn't really do very much. At best, you could be like, well, you can't counter this spell, except for there's nothing in Counterspell that says, like, the reaction is someone casting a spell. It doesn't actually remove the trigger. So, I mean, a DM might rule that, like, well, how would you know they're casting a spell to counter it? Because they just think it into existence, essentially. But without DM fiat, it's just a ripping ability. It doesn't really do much. And it's also your capstone ability.
Right.
The other things aren't bad, but at 14th level, meh.
I would agree. It's definitely something that your former dread also now giving you flight, pretty cool. Dealing necrotic damage and being able to gain hit points, nice. But profane casting doesn't really add a whole lot unless you're playing with that particular buy-in of the spell is already going. There's nothing to counter because you didn't get it while it was being done. And by raw, the new counter spell sucks anyway.
Yeah, well, who's using that anyway?
I'm certain there's a lot of tables that are playing strictly rules as written.
That's true. And there's always new players that don't know any better too. But, and that being said too, like, I also feel like you're going to be converting a lot of your spells to necrotic damage in order to take full advantage of the subclass abilities.
Yep.
So, you know what? This is not a third version. There was also the Undying, which is very similar to the Undead.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Like, I feel like the Undead, it was a kind of like trying to like redo it and fix it. And this is like even a slightly bumpier than that. So it's all right. I mean, it's not a Warlock that I'm probably going to play anytime soon. Just doesn't call to me per se. Your thoughts?
So, I mean, the Warlock for the most part hasn't called to me. I've played a couple of them, but there's just thematically, it's cool. I like it, but the base class is just not pulling me. A lot of people love the Warlock, and I'm not going to sit there and say, oh, you're wrong, because your opinions are your opinions. There are lots of other subclasses that I'm more interested in than being linked to Warlock.
Yeah, like that fork to the Warlock is a bit of a hard turn to begin with for me. And then like this particular subclass, even harder of a turn in the fork of the road. But I think like when Warlock was new and shiny, like that's when we kind of both probably played more Warlocks. Yep. And then you're like, all right, we've done Warlock. Let me play a fighter.
Yep.
But it's not bad. All in all, there is your Undead Warlock Patron. You guys playing it, like it, love it, hate it. Let us know. What do you think it needs? Tell us down in the comments below.
So thanks for joining us in the crypt tonight. Whether you're now haunted by balance questions or inspired to write a whole new campaign arc, these horror songs definitely bring the flavor.
Like what you saw, smash the like button like a Warlock pack gone wrong, and subscribe so you don't miss the next time Wizards drops fresh subclasses for us to discuss. We'll see you next time. Until then, stay nerdy.
Stay nerdy.